I was doing the budget and was going to put fans in, but it cost $4,000. So I spent $400 on fans. And I want you all to consider yourself a fan of the Good News Foundation. So just a couple quick things, and we'll get you eating, and we promise that we'll run a tight show this time. We promise. We have a producer now. For a while, we haven't had a producer, typical talent. We decided we could do this without one. We've learned. I just wanted to take a very quick moment. Josh said a lot of the things that I've been feeling. You know, there was just a lot of bad news this year. And I'm not just talking about the murder, mayhem, mudslides, and Michael Jackson that we tend to cover all the time. There was bad news that happened in our own newsrooms. People lost jobs, not just by the handfuls, but by the hundreds. You know, the news will still go on, but our newsrooms will not be the same. And for those of you that aren't in those newsrooms anymore, but are still joining us, know that there will always be room for you at our Good News table. So thank you so much for being here. So in a year when the economy was horrible, when we were a brand new foundation, and every one of our colleagues were struggling, I really struggled with the idea, and so did the board, as to whether or not this was still the year that we could be a whole bunch of do-gooders. Could we really do good while so many of us were struggling and worried about keeping our jobs and keeping our homes? And then I remembered why we founded this organization. It was because we wanted to make a difference for the people that didn't have a voice, for the smaller charities that you never hear about. And I thought this is probably the most important year for them. Because if they don't get help from us, organizations like us, in a year when so many people are in need and government funding has been cut and, well, what can I say? So many swindlers made off with millions of dollars. Sorry. I just felt like this was one of our most important years as a foundation. So, you know, we are a brand new foundation, relatively new. But in the last 3 years, I have to do the math, and Lord knows I'm not that good at it, but I added up all of the money that we've given in direct grants and scholarships and in-kind donations. And because of you, ladies and gentlemen, we have already given away more than $250,000. And even though we were really worried that we couldn't pull it off this year, because again, we're not a large foundation, we know some very large people in this town. They are the names that make headlines, and they richly deserve our praises. They are the Maloofs and the McCourts, and the Reardons, and the Annenbergs. And without them, we wouldn't be here today. So you have our huge I'd like to welcome my husband, Mayor Wendy Burch. Mayor Burch is our honorary chairperson, and if you have a moment, there's a fabulous photo that the mayor has copied and wants to distribute to everyone. Did you see it, Mayor, with all of us in the program book? Oh, you'll like it. You saw it. I thought you did. So, Mayor, thank you for being our honorary chairperson, and you are, for your Charlie's Angels, you're our Charlie. Thank you. And also a special thanks to who we like to call the mother of all good news, Wallace Annenberg, because there would not be good news without you. So, here we are, in a year where we didn't think we could do it. We have found the most amazing, amazing people. You know, we've already introduced you to some great people. The school bus driver who drives kids in a different direction. Kathy Perez, who fills up baby baskets with needed items for newborn mothers. Agnes Stevens, who tutors homeless children all over the streets of Los Angeles. And Jane Phillips, who's giving inner city girls a reason to hold their heads high. And just wait till you see what we got for you this year. So, in a year full, and there's our family over there. There's our Good News family. They're growing. Hi, girls. How you all doing? You doing good? We'll never be the biggest granting foundation. Face it, we're reporters. We're not much fundraisers, although we are learning a few tricks of the trade. But what we can do is give some grant money and shine a big, bold, bright light on people in this community that often those lights aren't shining on. So in a very bad